Everything is a gift from God. This week's parsha, Parshat Emor, actually repeats the idea of leket, shifcha, and peah, leaving a portion of your field for the poor, allowing them to access it, and allowing them to take what they need. Parshat Emor also talks about the holiday of Shavuot and Shabbat, exactly how we rest on the seventh day. During temple times, for Shavuot, we were meant to bring first fruits to the temple as an offering to God. So why repeat it again this week, and why allude to it again next week? What's the connection? Besides the agricultural relationship, talking about rest on a personal level, fields, and how to conduct ourselves in them leads us to next Shabbat, Parsha Bahar, where we talk about Shemitah. The first thing we can glean here is that all blessing comes from God. More than that, though, everything we have is on loan from Him. By giving us Shabbat, He expects us to take time to rest and rejuvenate. After all, He's resting too, but He also expects us to rest what He gives us, which is the law of Shemitah, the sabbatical year, to let the land lay fallow. During Shemitah, we are meant to strengthen our belief in Him and that He will always give us what we need, even when we're resting. Within that rest, though, we're required to provide for others by letting whatever does grow be available to anyone who'd like to take it. You may own a field during your brief time on earth, but you aren't eternal, and so nothing ever truly belongs to you. Having ownership of something means you're meant to care for it and guard it. But ownership and possession over something allow you to decide if you want to share it with someone who needs it more. You don't have to worry when you share with others, because when you share, God will share back with you. Look at the big picture and see the story arc of these three parshiot, Kedoshim, Emor, and Bahar, together as one rather than individual parshiot. Most of the mitzvot in these parshiot are related to being holy, and within that, relating to God and people. What we are being charged with here is cyclical. God gives us a gift, allowing us to have our own blessing, but He's also expecting us to share with others. In return for sharing with others and recognizing that our bounty comes only from Him and giving Him praise for the gifts He gives us, He will continue to rain blessing down on us. You're not only meant to give blessing to God, but in temple times you would have given the first fruits back to Him and given a portion of what He gave to you to others. Because we're all part of the cycle, and each one of us has something to give back to God and to the community. God gives to you to remind you you're on a holy mission of being a steward and a messenger. Give thanks to God for allowing you to be even a small part of His plan. How can you be part of the cycle today without a field? Simple. When you declutter and share the vast bounty that God has seen fit to give you, you share your blessing with somebody else. You don't have to worry about who it goes to. Let God handle that the same way He would have handled bringing a person to your field. You just need to trust that once you put your blessing out to the world, He'll get it where it needs to go. It's difficult to donate things you may have spent a lot of money on, things that are important to you, or things you loved at one time. But holding on to things you don't use doesn't help you or anyone else. Shift your perspective and see yourself as part of the cycle, as a messenger here on earth to help others and heal the world. It makes it a lot easier to let things go when you do that. But letting go is advantageous to you as well, because when you have fewer objects in your life to care for, you have more time, energy, and space. When you let go and pass your blessings on to someone else, you make space for God to bless you with something new and take your place in the cycle. In order to really be part of the cycle, it's key to make sure you show gratitude for the gifts you were given. As you let go of what you no longer need, remind yourself you're passing your blessing onto someone else. Thank God you're able to do that, because everything is a gift from God. As you let go of what you no longer need, remind yourself you're passing your blessings onto someone else, and take the opportunity to thank God you're able to do so, because